Hello friends. So today we are going to talk about the diffusion capacitance. Actually, in the last times when we considered about the depletion layer capacitance, what we have considered uh, that for the most of the junctions, the capacitance when the junction is reverse bias. So in earlier case, what we have seen, the junction capacitance was under the reverse bias condition. Now in this case, what in a diffusion capacitance we are going to talk about them when the PN junction is forward bias. Then when we are considering the forward bias uh, forward biasing of the junction, then there is a significant contribution to the junction capacitance from the rearrangement of the minority carriers. Okay, rearrangement of the minority carriers density, the so called diffusion capacitance. So in other words, if you want to talk about it, then the that uh, the contribution to the junction capacitance is because of the injected charges, while the other the depletion layer capacitance is to the depletion layer capacitance is coming from the depletion layer charges. So now when we are considering a small signal is applied, okay, so under the biasing condition, forward bias condition, we have to apply the potential to it. So the when a small signal AC signal is need to applied, okay, while okay, AC signal need to be applied in addition with the DC signal under this forward bias. So here the V0 is the DC voltage and the V1 is the amplitude of the AC signal applied. So AC signal is represented with this exponential factor, and which is the imaginary part of it. Similarly, the potential is given by the V0 plus V1 exponential of j omega t, where the frequency of this signal is given by the omega. Okay, and the corresponding the current density is given by this j0 plus j1 exponential of j omega t. Okay, where we can have the j1 and the v1 are the small signal voltage and the small signal current, and the corresponding voltage has been given by this v1 and j1. Okay, so now the imaginary part of the admittance, okay, imaginary part of the admittance, which is given by the j1 by v1, is actually gives us the diffusion capacitance. Okay, so the j1 by v1, actually this is nothing but the ratio of this imaginary part of the total voltage applied to it, that gives us the admittance, or we call it as a diffusion capacitance. So diffusion capacitance is given by the y, it is defined to be the j1 by v1, and obviously it is imaginary number, so, or imaginary quantity. So what we can have, define this imaginary quantity as a real part as well as the imaginary part. So the what here we can have is the electron and hole densities at the depletion region boundaries can be obtained from this what we call it as uh, can be sorry depletion region boundaries can be obtained as on the n side of the junction is by using this equation. But priorly, what is the GD and what is the CD? GD is nothing but the diffusion conductance, and the diffusion capacitance is given by the CD. Okay, GD is nothing but the diffusion conductance, and CD is nothing but the diffusion capacitance. So we will looking into its diffusion capacitance as well as the its conductance. Okay, so the electron density is corresponding to this inside region of that is given by the. Okay, so now so this electron and hole densities at the depletion real boundaries can be obtained on the p side of the junction. Okay, from the p side of the junction, how many number of the electron density is there? So it is represented with the n. So pn gives us the electron densities on the p side region. P side region, we can have this what we can have at the x is equal to w dn, x is equal to w, sorry, this is for the n side region, okay, instead of the p side, you do remember. So the whole density at the n side region at x is equal to w dn, because generally when we define the p n junction, this we generally we represents the dp, that is minus wd, and this is a plus w d n, okay. So this is something we call it as, so this is electron hole density on the n side region. So pno, this pno gives us the hole density on the n side at the equilibrium. O stands for the, or the 0 stands for the equilibrium in exponential. Now here, instead of the phi, q phi by kt is the what we have seen in earlier cases, but now phi is replaced with the whatever the potential we have applied over here, that is real that DC part as well as the AC part. So we have just replaced that phi. So the first part, okay, just try to rearrange the term. So what we get it from this is something like, okay, if you just try to rearrange this term, so what we will get, the real part plus some small signal AC component we will get it, that is the imaginary part. So this first part, the PNO exponential of q phi 0 by kt gives us the DC component of it, and the AC component is the Pn tilde of t. What is Pn tilde of t? That is Pn is defined to be Pno q v1 by kt, so into exponential of j omega t. So this gives us the AC part. Similarly, we can obtain the electron density in the p side region in the similar way. Instead of that, what we can have, replace the p with the n and n with the p, we will get the electron density on the p side, okay. So substituting this p tilde into the continuity equation with what we can have, the generation rate of the holes is 0, electric field within it is 0, then the electric field itself is 0, so the gradient of the electric field also becomes 0. So this this gives us, that is j omega p n tilde is equal to minus p n tilde by tau p plus dp into d2 p n tilde by dx square. So this is equation what we can obtain from the equation of the continuity, okay. So that is equation of the continuity in the, actually we have studied in the chapter number 1, okay. So what we can have, that dn by dt, rate of change of its electron density, okay, that is given by that equation. Differential equation is a big continuity equation, so that is given by this equation. So just try to rearrange the terms within it, and what we will get it, this is the similar equation which we have early obtained for the carrier concentration, and its lifetime is given for the its equation is something like this we have obtained, that is minus Pn upon sum tau p into dp is equal to 0. But instead of this Tp, here is a something different we are getting it here. So this is carrier concentration for lifetime earlier, which we have obtained the differential equation, second order differential equation. Instead of here, the lifetime has been changed by the Tp star, and that is Tp star is changed by the, or tau p star is changed by this additional term coming from the small AC signal, that is 1 plus j omega tau p, okay. So this tau p remains the same, but now it is just replaced with this tau p star, okay. So now we can obtain equation for the alternating current density from the another equation, that is nothing but the another equation, we call it as the Shockley equation, from the current density equation from the Shockley equation, okay. That is Jn is equal, or J is equal to Jp plus Jn, that is J0. What we get it, J is equal to J0 exponential of q phi by kt minus 1. So this from this equation we can obtain it. So now just try to substitute the values of the all other quantities within it, and rearrange the term, okay. So the J0 will be replaced with the whatever the quantity we have obtained earlier, that is J0 is here. Okay, and its lifetimes has been changed by the topi star. So Q P N O square root of dp by topi star. So this is nothing but the Jp, and this is the equation that is for the Jn, that is the QnPo or square root of dn by 2p. So this is a diffusion diffusion constant for the holes and the electrons. Okay, so they are represented over here. So now and the exponential factor will remains there, because phi will be replaced with the phi 0 plus phi 1 exponential of j omega t by so the phi is replaced by this additional equation. So, try to rearrange the terms within it. We can have the one more additional term, that is e raised to qv by qv0 by kt, that can be taken out, and the other term which is remained. And here what we can have, the AC with this AC component is being this one. Okay, AC component of this is this is given by this equation. That is AC component. Okay, sorry, AC component will be given in the next slide, and that is equal to J1 Q dp pno into square root of, just trying to multiply inside it and find out the its AC component, which is represented with the J1, and the other ln and LP are nothing but the diffusion lengths in the n side region and the p side region, to the exponential term in continuation with this. So from this equation, what we can get it, the J1 by V1 is admittance, right? So what we have defined is to be the capacitance, right? So the, or also the J1 by V1 is the capacitance. So both GD and CD can be found from this equation. Just try to rearrange the term. Then they are the frequency dependent. Whatever the we have here is getting the frequency dependent term, because of the omega is there. Okay? Omega term is there. So we get the frequency dependent term from this equation. Okay, GD and CD we can just try to rearrange the term within it. So now for the relatively low frequency, if the omega is very low, then what we can have, the product with the omega tau n into omega tau p, because tau p and tau n are already low, but if omega is itself low, so the product becomes a very less than 1. So the diffusion conductance, that is diffusion conductance is GD0, okay, is given to be like GDO into Q by KT into Q dp ln PNO upon LP plus Q dn NPO upon ln into exponential of QV0 by KT, and its unit is nothing but the mho per meter square, or else the mho per centimeter square. Okay, so this is the corresponding unit for it. Now which has exactly the same value which is obtained by the Shockley equation. Okay, similarly for the low frequency diffusion capacitance, CDO can be found out to be the q square by 2 kt into LP PNO plus ln NPO into exponential of this QV0 by KT, because this is related to the imaginary part of it, because this is the real part of the whatever the equation we got for the admittance. So that will be given by the and diffusion capacitance is imaginary part of that admittance. So this CDO is this equation. Okay. Now the diffusion capacitance is proportional to the forward current. Okay, diffusion capacitance is proportional to the forward current. For we can have this n plus p one sided junction. Okay, one sided junction. So it can be shown that the CDO is equal to QLN square upon 2kt dn into jf, where this frequency dependence of the conductance, diffusion conductance, and the capacitance can be shown in the figure, which is I'm going to draw over here. For that case, what we are having, we are normalizing the omega t, okay, from this equation for the J1. Okay, we are trying to normalize the omega t instead of having the writing the omega tau p. Okay, so we are just trying to normalize the that equation. And how we get it, the graph for it, that is obviously CD by CD0 is C D by CDO, this is normalization, or else GD by GDO. So that is amplitude, okay. Amplitude it is given. So can have the is a log normal graph 1.0, and this is 10. So what we can get it over here is 100% over here, and what it is, omega tau on this side 1, then 10, 0, so on and so forth. So this is what we can get it, the graph for it. So this is GD by GDO graph, and this is CD by CDO graph. Okay, and actually, if you want to have the look over the how the equivalent capacitance can be seen, or diffusion capacitance is something like this. Okay, and this is we can have the GD, and this is we call it as a CD. Okay. So this is equivalent circuit of the admittance. So this is equivalent circuit for admittance. And yeah, that's it.